So Tia, we know that you are self-quarantining right now with your mom. Everyone else is around you, which is exciting. So we're gonna get started. So Tia, tell us about yourself. So what school? We know you're a senior, but where you're from, the basics.
Okay. So I was born and raised in Zachary. I've been living in Zachary my whole life. Yay. I have three brothers, one sister. I'm the youngest. And yep, I love to volunteer. So that's all the things that I do in my spare time.
Well,
Just
tell us more
volunteer.
about that.
I am the president of Key Club, and I volunteer with my church at nursing homes, at the food bank, at elementary schools, all of those places.
Tia, give your church a shout out. What church and who's your pastor or your youth pastor?
Okay, I go to Beacon Light of Baton Rouge, and I'm under Pastor Eric Williams.
Awesome. How long you been going to Beacon Light?
It's fun. I enjoy the youth ministry.
Have you been going there for a while?
My whole life, yep.
Okay. My sister used to sing there and play there.
What's her name?
Erin Blake.
Yes! Yes!
That is her. That is my oldest sister. Both Ryan and I are the youngest as well, so we get it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. We learned exactly what not to do.
Right?
Let the older siblings pave the way. So being from Zachary and being born and raised there, and then also going to Beacon Light your entire life. What are some lessons or something that you learned or that you feel like you've learned being in that community and in that church environment?
I learned that consistency is key because the church changes and fluctuates throughout the youth ministry and things like that. So it's best to keep it to the basics, like the Bible, the Word, just stay consistent.
I love that.
Because the whole world is changing, so keep the one thing consistent.
I love that. So what do you do to stay consistent?
You have to keep the basics, continue to pray, continue to read the Word, because those things never change, even when the world is changing.
Is that something that you practice every single day? Is it a weekly thing or a monthly thing?
Daily. You have to practice those things daily.
So how are you using that consistency now during all of the COVID crisis?
Even though the world is hectic, as it always is, but now it's just on edge. Everybody's on edge. Mm-hmm. You have to remain calm and, stay connected with God.
Cool. So I think right now is a good time for us to go into the lightning round. What do you think, Josh?
Let's do it. Go for it.
All right. So the lightning round is what we want is just to have your instant reaction to, certain things. So, if I was to ask Josh, hey, do you like musicals? Right. Immediately he would say, I love them. Or if somebody was to ask me, hey, do you like football? I'd say, yeah, absolutely love it. Okay. So we just want instant reactions. We may follow up with a why. But we just want that first initial reaction from you. And if you don't know, it's okay to say you don't know. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Tia. So first one, what is your favorite food?
Chicken.
Who makes the best chicken?
My grandmother.
Good answer.
Secret recipe, secret family recipe?
No, it's just her recipe. She doesn't tell us.
Yeah, exactly. Are you on TikTok?
Yes.
Oh.
What's your username?
Tia Hilliard 8.
All right. Are you a dancer on TikTok or a singer on TikTok?
I like to dance.
All right.
All right.
Let's go follow Tia.
I'm writing it down.
All right, Josh, you get the next ones.
All right. your dream car.
A Tesla.
Oh, okay. What kind?
I don't know. I just don't know how to drive, so I can drive for
Just autopilot.
I like it.
Really, T, you're gonna put me out of business. I'm a personal injury attorney. All this self-driving cars is gonna put me out of business.
He's serious. He's already concerned about it. You just validated all of his concerns and his fears. All right, T, I got two more. COVID. First word.
Scary.
All right. And then favorite musician.
Lizzo.
Okay.
Nice.
What song?
Nice.
I like "Cause I Love You" and "Water Me." Those are two of my favorite.
I do like that "Cause I Love You." I was getting a little tired of the other ones, but I like I like it.
All right, Tia. So those were the easy ones. Now we're gonna get into the hard stuff. All right.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not hard. So you told us you're from Zachary, right? And you told us that you're very family and church oriented. Who in your family or in your church has really inspired you or motivated you, and how?
My grandmother. She's been through everything that you can name: abuse, rape, but yet she's still the strongest woman that I know.
How does she demonstrate that to you?
Simply by making her way to the church. She's had like 2 knee replacements, but yet the first thing she wants to do is come to the church. And she still tries to bring all the family together. And she still continues to tell her stories about some of the things that happened to her in the past.
And, are those happy stories, sad stories, kind of all of it?
Mainly sad stories, but now she's more positive about her life as she's reflecting over it. She sees some of the good things that have happened to her.
You know, it sounds like you really connect with her because she's very open and willing to be vulnerable and share her stories. Would that be right?
Right.
Is that something that you think a good leader or a good motivator does?
Absolutely. I think it's very necessary to be vulnerable. That way people can relate to you. Instead of you being like uptight and upfront. I mean, not upfront, uptight with people.
Like Josh.
Pretty much. Very, very uptight. So T, in the same vein, of your family and your background, so your grandmother, do you feel as if, so I'm the youngest in my family, but I'm the oldest grandson out of 6. And so it's an interesting thing with my grandmother, who I love to pieces. Do you feel like being the youngest differentiates yourself with your grandmother at all? Or your family in general? Like, how does that play into you being in your family?
We all get along. They don't treat me like I'm the youngest because I don't act like I'm the youngest. I act more mature than my brothers. So they don't treat me differently, like the baby. But they are protective.
I bet. So, okay, so with that said, like, you love your family, you're motivated. So what is your role in your family right now? In terms of, like, for me, right? So when it comes to my oldest sister, Erin, when there's some bad news or something goes on, she's the first one to tell everybody because she's, just the oldest one when we go to. My middle sister, Megan, who's 4.5 years older than me, she is the one who has all the ideas, who does the family text all day long. And then there's me, who gets the calls, who's just like, all right, guys, calm down. Life's okay. So how do you fit in that, your family? What's your role?
My role, I'm very straightforward with them. They can come to me for anything, and I'll give them the best advice that I know. They can tell me anything. They can trust me with it. I won't go running around telling their business or anything like that. I'll just give them the best advice that I know.
Very cool. All right. I like it. Ryan, you got anything else on family?
No, I mean, it just sounds like you really have taken, your grandmother's lessons to heart. From what I'm hearing is that you are, the one in the family that may be stepping into that role. Very, very cool. Very cool. Thank you for sharing that.
Hi, I'm Ryan. These are some of the clients I've helped out. They are literally the best. Here are their glowing reviews. I helped them with their car accident. Maybe I can help you.
To more the scholarly aspect of your life, and as a student at Zachary, you've told us you're a senior, of course. What have you done to be successful in school, and what is your next steps in academics, whether it be a trade school, a 4-year college, or just go into your career?
Okay. One of the major impacts that I made in my high school career was getting involved. That's one thing that my mom has been pushing me to do since my freshman year, and I absolutely love being involved in school. I'm in like 8 different clubs, and the president of two, and I'm a vice president of 1, and I absolutely
Now, T,
love it.
let me stop you there, because I think we can all agree that our mothers, we are so blessed to have incredible mothers in our lives that have pushed us and made us do certain things that even at times we probably didn't want to do. Was that something when you first started, like, Mom, no, I don't want to be in all these clubs, but now you're looking back and you're thinking, thank you, Mom, for putting me in making me do all these clubs. Now I got this, and this.
Yes, my freshman year, I was extremely shy. And so I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't know how to connect with people. So by her pushing me to actually be in all those clubs and be involved, that's improved my confidence and just molded me into the person that I am now.
Awesome. So what's next for you?
Next, I'll be going to some school. I'm not sure which one yet, and I'll be majoring in nursing.
Nursing? Why nursing?
I want to be a mental health nurse practitioner.
Wow.
Right.
Do you have any experience with that right now?
Mental health?
Yeah.
Yes. Throughout high school,
I mean, you don't have to go in any details, but I mean, is there that's not something that's very typical, right? People say, I want to be an accountant, I want to be a doctor, whatever. But that's a very specific field that is pretty heavy. And so it sounds like there's a connection there for you.
Yes. Mental health issues run all throughout my family. So that's one thing I want to help with.
And so you want to go into it to learn more about it so you can be more effective inside your own family?
Right, and help others with personal issues that I feel like some of my family members have went through. I can use what I've learned to help others.
I love that. Mental health nurse. So what does your life look like in 5 or 10 years? So when I say life look like, it could be anything. So what does that look like for you?
In 5 years, I want to become a nurse and travel. I love to travel.
What are some locations on the bucket list?
I definitely want to go to Dubai.
All right.
Bahamas again.
Oh, again. You see how she added that? Again.
I'm still on Dubai.
Right?
Yeah, that one's it's a high ticket.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Or where else?
I want to go to Europe, Italy. I want to go to all those places. Well, not now, but now.
Traveling in general right now, right? You probably want to travel beyond, your house and your mom's job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's really cool. I think Josh and I both are huge fans of traveling. And it really does give you a different perspective on your own life whenever you do step outside, and even if you go around the United States, you get a different perspective of how people live compared to where we are. And so I think you're on the right track, right? Because that's going to increase your leadership as well in your own life, just by seeing how others live. Good for you. Some things that, what are some pet peeves of yours, or things that irks you? There's things that, just in life, there's that, whether it's people on, being haters on social media, or, just like right now, I know a lot of people are upset that people are still congregating in groups of more than 10, and so what are some things that maybe irk you, that is either a passion for you? And I think we touched on a little bit, about maybe the mental health stuff, but what's a passion for you that's kind of derived out of a pet peeve or something that irks you?
I really dislike when people don't validate others' feelings and emotions, whether it's race or whatever. I just prefer if everybody just get along. I know it's not gonna happen. We don't live in a perfect world, but I hate when others don't value others' opinions.
Absolutely. And how do you think that we could possibly not fix that, but what are some steps that we can take to address that issue?
I believe if everybody just learns to agree to disagree, then we'll all just be better people.
I agree. Josh, you want to hit her with the last thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was just stuck on the empathy of that. All right. So you're gonna have hundreds of thousands of people listening to you because you want to win this money. Therefore, you're gonna be spreading this all around. All right. So, what is one thing you want those listening to you, Tia Hilliard, to know to keep them motivated, right? So, like, how can you? What if you had to leave one last thing for everybody to keep them motivated in general? Could be through COVID, but just in life, right? What is that one thing?
I would tell them to persevere. It may look bad now, but well, it is bad, but in a few months we'll be looking back over it and thinking about all the reflecting over all the things that may have happened, but we'll still have like a positive mindset. Just persevere through whatever you're going through, whether it's through your job or whatever, just persevere through it.
That's fantastic.
Good.
Yeah, you've got a very interesting perspective that I've enjoyed hearing over the last 20 something minutes. So I really appreciate you opening up and sharing your stories. From where you're from, where you go to church, your grandmother's chicken, which I think we want to be invited over for Sunday dinner at some point.
Never were all allowed to be around each other. Yes.
Yeah.
You don't know you got a voice. You don't know you got value, power. You don't know you got a choice. That's that hurt. I know we been seeds. Why you think we come from the dirt? We got growth, roots, flowers, and fruit for proof, A lot to lose. Really, it's up to you. Know yourself, education and wealth. They poison our minds and communities, going for our health. They don't love us, they just love what sells, and we buy it. We build, they destroy, control us with violence, make us stop trying. They want us to give up, but I'm no fool. Find the right avenue. For me, it was school. I picked brick, they gave me the tools. Opportunity on the table. It's time for you to choose.